Louise Bond is a terrific woman, part of the 891 spokespeople team last year. We're not doing that this year, which means I'm not doing the ride. However, 4 of the people who were involved in the ride last year have taken the bull by the horns and are doing it again. Hello, Louise.
Good morning, Spence.
And you're off on a training ride right now?
Yeah, I'm on top of a hill at the moment, overlooking Manham.
Oh, so you're just in the Manham area at the moment?
Yeah.
How far are you riding today?
About 40 k's.
Oh, just the 40 k's. Wow.
It's a nice cruisy ride along the river, one of my favourite rides.
How are you going with your fundraising?
Good. Well, not as good as last year, but making progress. Probably around the 1,500 mark at the moment.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Are you riding as a team or individually?
Pretty much individually, but we're together as a team, and we combined with another team for Ride for a Reason, just to have a bit more clout. So we're Mishmash ABC891 spokespeople this year. That's the name of our team.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we still keep in touch through Facebook and occasionally get together and have a ride together.
Yeah, and that was a fun thing to do, wasn't it?
Oh, we had the best time. We connected very well as a group, and just the pleasure, because we're wearing our 891 ABC jerseys, people would come up and just tap you on the shoulder and have a bit of a chat and say, "Oh, I heard you on the radio." And yeah, we just had an absolute ball.
Yeah.
And of course, we got to go to the Legends dinner last year. And yeah, we were like groupies. We had a fantastic time.
Yeah, I missed out on that. I can't remember why. There was something else I had on that weekend, so I couldn't make it.
No, just the whole experience, the whole package was just wonderful.
Now, how many times have we got to mention Greg Spruill's number this morning to make him do a huge donation?
I don't know. Haven't heard from Greg Sprout for a while, but yeah, he donated very well last year. So I hope Greg Sprout's listening, and we'll get on the bandwagon again this year.
Now, Louise, remind us of your circumstances, because, I mean, you make it all sound very simple, but the reality is a fairly significant part of your life is devoted to chemotherapy, isn't it?
Absolutely. I have to do chemo every 2 weeks. The cancer returned about 12 months ago, which wasn't the plan, but then you don't know what tomorrow brings, and that's just what happened. So the first few months were a little bit rugged, and then body settled into a routine, so it's predictable for me. So I usually have chemo on a Tuesday, and then the next 3 days I'm not much good for anybody. So I just lay low and don't really enjoy those 3 days, but I do think then about what I can do in my good days, which just round the corner each fortnight. So when the good days kick in, they're good, and I feel pretty normal, and then get on with having a good time. I've learned a few things through my chemo treatment or cancer journey, that everyone's got a story, but also you've got to make the most of each day, because you just don't know what's around the corner. So that's what I think about, I suppose, when I'm not well. And yeah, it's not pleasurable by any means. I usually stay in bed for the second day, and third day can be pretty slow. Fourth day start to pick up. But that's a regular fortnightly experience, and it's just something I have to do. So I look at it as a chronic condition, and just got to do it. Other people have to do different things medically or emotionally, whatever. This is my lot in life, but I can't let it stop me having a good time.
How important is bike riding in your treatment, Louise?
Well, the original plan when I started chemo again was to do the heavy-duty stuff for about 6 months and then stop. But the body's coping exceptionally well, and we're now 12 months down the track, and the body's still coping exceptionally well with the chemo. I have blood tests every fortnight before I go in, and they show they're perfectly normal. So I think the bike riding is helping just get the toxins through the system, and also mentally, it's a huge bonus. Like if I'm feeling a little bit down, which doesn't happen too often, but I can hop on the bike, ride for a couple of hours, and you come back and the problems just seem to melt away. So mentally and physically, big plus for bike riding. Yeah,
you are an amazingly positive person, because there are many people who would look at that loss of 3 days every fortnight as just nothing short of unfair.
It does seem unfair, but as I said, in talking to other people, I find everyone's got a story of some sort, not necessarily cancer, but you just don't know what you're going to have to face in life. And I wouldn't have thought, a few years ago that I'd be as strong as I am, mentally and physically. In fact, I'm fitter than I was 4 years ago. Yeah, which is a bit ironic. But
well, I mean, you're riding 40 kilometres today. I mean, you've got to be fit to be able to do that.
Yeah, and in my good week, I ride generally 100 to 150 k's over 3 or 4 rides, which that keeps me fit mentally and physically. So yeah, that's just my lot in life. I suppose out of it all, I've met some fantastic people and had some fantastic opportunities, which wouldn't have been except for the cancer journey. So I guess I had to give up work, which was a bit of a shock, I suppose. I didn't really want to do that. I was enjoying my job and the people I worked with.
Yeah, because you're a teacher, aren't you?
Yeah. Worked in a library where the girls go to school, my 2 girls, and was just loving it. And yeah, it all came to a grinding halt. Literally one day I went into work feeling a little unwell. By lunchtime that day I had to go home, and that's as fast as it happened. But yeah, as I said, I miss the challenges of work and the people I work with, but as a consequence, I'm right into fundraising for the Cancer Council, which is my passion, I suppose, next to cycling. So yeah, Ride for a Reason, just it's the 3rd year I've been involved, and yeah, still loving it, and people are very supportive, friends, family, people I don't know sometimes. So yeah, that's another experience in itself. So
yeah, indeed it is. How big a ride are you planning to do for the Community Challenge this year? Because I know last year your health wasn't outstanding. You ended up doing you did the 30-kilometre run around Tanunda.
Did a really short one last year, and doing the short one again this year. But I'll have both my daughters riding with me this year, so that's a bit special. So I didn't want to sort of take them through a gruelling ride, and we'll just do the 20k ride.
Excellent.
And enjoy it.
Excellent.
And yeah, so we're out this morning in our gear with our Ride for a Reason kit on, and yeah, got a friendly treat a little while ago, which was nice.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, so yeah, back into the fundraising thing again. And so if people want to donate, they can go to rideforareason.com.au and search for my name, or search for the ABC Spokesies team and find us.
Excellent.
And make a donation.
What?
And it all counts, so every dollar goes towards supporting people and research, education. Yeah, Cancer Council does a fantastic job.
What's the future of your chemotherapy, Louise? I mean, how much longer do you anticipate you'll have to go in and have the treatment?
It's pretty much indefinite. We're in uncharted territory because, yeah, as I said, normally you'd stop at 6 months and see what happens and start up again if anything shows up. But the oncologist said, you know, the longer I can keep going, the better. So my hope is that by the time my body's had enough, or my mind's had enough, whichever comes first, that the chemo's done its job. So, yeah, uncharted territory, just got to take each day as it comes. So.
Well, your body is coping amazingly well because anyone who doesn't know much about chemotherapy, it's a savage toxin when they inject you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 3 hours on a drip for me each fortnight. And I go in feeling fantastic, and then come out and I just want to come home and go to bed.
Oh, gosh.
So it's a pretty rapid decline.
And you're so lucky you have friends who'll take you and look after you during that period too, aren't you?
I've got some fantastic support networks, so I'm very lucky in that department. But I've met people who haven't got such wonderful support, and that's where the Cancer Council can help out. There's a phone service there for, it's not just for patients, but families and also friends, work colleagues, whoever needs the support. Sometimes people don't know how to handle a friend or family member with cancer, because it is a devastating diagnosis, but and not everyone copes in the same way. There's no rules to coping, and sometimes people with someone they know might just need the support. So yeah, the Cancer Council is able to help out there too.
Excellent. Louise, you are a terrific woman, and we wish you all the best. We'll stay in touch.
Thank you very much.
We'll stay in touch over your journey, particularly toward the next community challenge. I'm not doing the ride this year, so I'm being a bit woosy, aren't I? It's because I've got other things on. But I will find you on the challenge day, okay? And I'll come on my bike and we'll have a chat, all right? Thanks, Louise. It's right on 7:30. Louise Bond, who was part of the Spokies team last year and is continuing that ride this